Hello, today is October 29th, 2020. Today we're going to be going over my not presidential, Joe Biden's pathway to 270 electoral votes and his pathways, plural. I just made a video about Donald Trump's pathway to 270 electoral votes. You want to go to my channel and check that one out. That one's probably more interesting than this one because Biden has so many pathways. It's not narrow and exciting. Obviously, Biden's going to need to carry their classic Democratic states in any attempt to get 270 electoral votes, not implying that it's close. Implying that it's a domino effect. If he loses a state like Vermont, which he will not lose, but if he lost to Vermont, Massachusetts, every other Democratic state would fall. It would literally, if he lost Vermont, every other state would be red. Every single other state. Because it's the most Democratic state, next to Massachusetts, Maryland, and California. And Hawaii, which he will also definitely need to take. Now, I do not think that, maybe in June it was seen possible, but I didn't think it would narrow up closer anyway. I do think that Joe Biden will not carry any of these usually safe 125 electoral votes. Not a surprise. It's just, I do think he can narrow down in any way for him to win a lot of these states, which he already has done: Kansas, Missouri, Montana, Utah, Alaska, South Carolina, Indiana, now all of the and Mississippi, in some cases Tennessee and Louisiana. Now he does not need any of these states, of course not. But he is narrowing them up because he is more of a centrist Democrat, despite what Donald Trump wants to say about him. He's not a socialist. He's not a communist. He's a regular Democrat, centrist. And he does not need any of these other states here. However, Trump is painting a new picture for all of these states and trying to keep them in his column. Sadly, that he kind of has to do that. Like Missouri, Kansas, or Missouri and Kansas, South Carolina and Alaska and Montana are the closer ones among us. Indiana, Mississippi, and Utah are just closer. These other states kind of feel like they're treading blue, but only because of Donald Trump being president. Obviously, Biden will need to carry Illinois. I don't know why I didn't fill that in earlier. And in order to win, he does not need Texas. He does not need Iowa. He does not need Ohio. He does not need Georgia. He does not need Florida. He does not need North Carolina. He does not need Arizona. All he simply needs is to flip Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, and keep all the other states that Hillary won. Honestly, he could even afford to lose. Wait, hold on. He could afford to lose Nevada as well. If Nevada went red, which it could, probably won't, but if Nevada went red, he's still winning by 18 electoral votes. He's winning by an Ohio, which, keep in mind, Republicans have never won the White House without, and tends to vote with the winner. Now, we can go through other states like Wisconsin. If Wisconsin went tilt red, which, I mean, I doubt it, but it could, then Biden could take Arizona. Because in order to flip Wisconsin from where it's polling now, Trump needs to spend almost all his time here. Now, he should not do that, and he's not doing that. He will not flip, Trump will not flip Wisconsin. It will keep Wisconsin in his column. I'm going to fix these marks real quick. Okay. And honestly, you know what? Even if you want to say Biden's probably, you're saying Biden won't flip Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, or Arizona. All Biden needs to do is flip Texas. That's all he needs to do. He'll have exactly 270 electoral votes. If he spent all his campaign time in Texas, he would win the election literally just by flipping Texas. He could, but just in case something went wrong in Texas, it would have been a huge waste of time. That's why he's not spending his all time in Texas. He sent Kamala Harris there the other day, and there was a new poll where he's up by 9 in Texas. I know that's an outlier, but it's weird that an outlier can even do that much. Arizona went blue. And then Florida. If he could just flip Arizona and Florida by a tilt margin, he would still win the election. And he will, in almost in any pathway where he wins 270 electoral votes, he's going to need Michigan. Almost any pathway. In a basic generic pathway for Biden to win, he probably needs Michigan 90% of the time. Now, all he needs to do is flip Michigan and Florida. He's leading in Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Ohio now, Iowa, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Arizona, and in half the time, Texas. He's winning by this much. This is the electoral map as of now. Even in Maine's 2nd district. Even in Nebraska's 2nd district. And he can even take Alaska, Missouri, Kansas, South Carolina, and Montana down to a lean margin. He will not trust, and he could take Nebraska and Nebraska's 1st district down to a lean margin based on how they're polling. He will not do this. He will definitely not do this. But the fact that it's within like a 20% chance of happening is weird. He's only losing in one of these states, which is Texas. Even after that, he's winning by 212 electoral votes. So based on the polling, he can afford to lose Texas, Iowa, Ohio, Georgia. You know what? Let's even do this for fun. Let's just do this for fun. Based on the polling, let's see how many states he can afford to lose based on his polling. Nevada, Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Carolina, Arizona, Georgia, Florida, Michigan, and Ohio. He can afford to lose all of those states. Or if you want to go into a more generic place where he loses Texas, it's probably a better example. If Texas goes, he can still afford to lose Iowa, Nevada, Arizona, Minnesota, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Florida, and Georgia. Or instead of that, we'll do that, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do that. He only needs to flip Michigan, Pennsylvania, Maine's 2nd district, and Nebraska's 2nd district. Sounds like a lot, but Trump flipped 5 states in an election he barely won. So as you can see, there's a lot of pathways for Biden to become president. Just another cool thing to note. It's just interesting. It's not gonna happen, but they're technically all in reach for the Democrats to win. If you only need 11 states to win an election, at least this time around. I believe New Jersey goes like that, and yeah, that's 270 electoral votes. Biden has led in every single one of these states at one point or another. He's leading in all of them, except for Texas. Literally, he could afford to lose Washington, or he could afford to lose Washington, Oregon, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, Arizona, Nevada, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Alaska, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, all of Maine and its districts, all of Nebraska and its districts, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri, Kansas, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and even D.C. This is the easiest pathway to 270 electoral votes. Biden doesn't need the campaign in Michigan anymore. He would only need the campaign, or Pennsylvania, if he's going for this path. He would need the campaign in North Carolina. He would need to send other people to North Carolina and Florida, and he himself could focus on Ohio, Georgia, and Texas over the next week. Oh, he can also afford to lose Hawaii. Now let's just say all the safe states did end up going to Biden. He can afford to lose Texas, Ohio, North Carolina, and Georgia, and Florida. And then you'll have what I started this video with. Where Biden is at 270 electoral votes. So thank you guys for watching. This was Biden's path